Good day, each and everyone. This is Hajinor Majid Data speaking. So, my topic is all about challenges to the curriculum planning. So, before we start, let us know first the five types of the challenges to curriculum planning. Number one is limited funding capacities. The second one is availability of school facilities. And the third one is teaching and learning resources. The fourth one is quantity and quality of teaching staff. And the last one is full time management by school administrators and teachers. Okay, so let's proceed to the limited funding capacities. So when we say limited funding capacities, is the economy of a nation will determine the success of curriculum implementation in developing countries, and the number of pupils and teachers have keep on rising, but the government money available for education is less. So, in short, padami ng parami ang mag-aaral at mga guro, pero ang kanilang mga budget sa government, lalo na sa institution ng edukasyon, ay pababa ng pababa. Okay, so let's proceed to the type of limited funding capacities, which is the budget constraint. So, budget constraints sa funding available for research is not enough to cover all proposed project or expenses. So, halimbawa nito ay may gagawa or gagawin ng research para mabigyan ng solusyon ng limited funding capacities, pero hindi lahat mabibigay ng government ang kanilang request ng mga researchers. And the second one is resource allocation. There may be a need to prioritize certain projects or areas of research over others due to the financial limitation. So, when we say resource allocation is, for example, i-connect natin sa example natin kanina is nag-request tayo ng budget for educational purposes, but may nakasabayan tayo na mas nangangailangan. So, kailangan natin mag-adjust para sa kanila. Okay? So, the third one is operational limitation. So, operational limitation is a limited funds can affect staff, equipment, and other essential resources needed for research. So, operational limitation is isa sa makaka-apekto sa curriculum planning ang online capacities. Dahil sa kakulangan ng kagamitan, it's either hindi makuha ang objectives na dapat ituturo natin sa ating mga learners. And then, the second one from the curriculum or challenges to the curriculum planning is unavailability of school facilities. So when we say unavailability of school facilities is equipment like classroom, libraries, resource centers, officers' desks in school, halls, and others. So dito is lahat ng nabanggit dito is all of them ay wala sa school facilities is maaring makaka-apekto ito sa ating pagtuturo. So, kagaya ng nasabi ko kanina is like classroom, libraries, and resource centers is kung wala ito sa ating school is it's either yung objectives or plano natin sa mga bata is hindi natin maibibigay sa kanila or maituro ng maayos dahil sa kakulangan ng kagamitan. Okay? Then, meron tayong types dito which is inadequate infrastructure. School may be basic facilities such as classroom, laboratories, library, or restroom which can hinder the learning environment. Okay, so kagaya nga ng nabanggit natin kanina is inadequate infrastructure. Kakulangan ng classroom, then library, and then sa laboratories para sa mga sciences subject. And then, kung wala ito is magiging negative ang ating daloy ng institution or yung school natin or yung pagtuturo natin. And the second one is outdated equipment. Okay, from the word outdated is it's either ang mga technologies natin like computers hindi na sila updated, so maaring late yung mga resource na makukuha ng mga bata if pagamitin natin sila ng ating mga computers sa ating school. And then, the third one is the limited extracurricular spaces. A lack of facilities for extracurricular activities such as sport, arts, and club can limit student opportunities for holistic development. Okay, so example ko na lang dito during my high school is yung school namin na pinag-aaralan ko is wala talaga silang sports, no? Meron silang sports kaso ang kulang is wala kaming court na gagamitin para sa mga pinapraktisan namin. For example, nag-join ka ng basketball is wala kaming basketball. So, it's either mag-self-training ka na lang. And then the second one is mga clubs, no? Is, for example, ng clubs dito is yung mga mathematics club, science club, and so on. Na kung saan is ito yung mga bubuo sa mga idea ng mga bata or yung mga student natin. So, kailangan natin mabigyan ng pansin ito para mas ma-develop nila ang kanilang teamwork. And then the fourth one dito sa unavailability of school facilities, itong overcrowded classroom. Yes, without adequate space, classroom can become overcrowded. Okay, so napakaraming example itong overcrowded classroom. Kagaya ng sa isang classroom is umabot ng 50 plus. So, it's either mahihirapan na yung teacher dito magturo. So, since flexible naman ang ating mga teacher is kayang-kaya nila yan. Pero dapat mabigyan ng solusyon na kung gaano karaming estudyante is dadamihin natin ang ating classroom para para maiwasan natin ang overcrowded sa loob ng ating mga silid-aralan or classroom. Okay. The last one dito sa unavailability for school facilities is itong tinatawag natin na maintenance issues. Facilities might be and despair impacting their usability and safety for student and staff. Okay. So, ibalik natin sa example natin kanina, outdated equipment. So, doon pa lang is kailangan natin may maintenance para ma-maintain or ma-update natin kung ano ang meron sa ating classroom. Kagaya ng mga computers natin. Kung wala itong maintenance, it's either masisira ng ating mga computer or hindi na makakasabay sa new curriculum. Okay. So, poor time management by school administrator and teachers. So, alam naman natin na si teacher pati si administrator ang namamahala sa ating school kasi kung wala sila is maaaring maapektuhan ng pag-aaral ng mga bata. Okay. So, when we say poor time management by school administrators and teachers, is curriculum implementation is also hindered by what goes on the learning institution. Pupils' learning time is mismanaged by administrator and the class teacher. Okay. So, kagaya nga ng nabanggit natin kanina is kung walang plano ang ating mga guro o ating mga teacher is maaaring masira ang daloy ng pagkaklase natin sa loob ng silid-aralan. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag dito na inefficient scheduling. Classes, meeting, and activities might be purely scheduled. Okay, so when we say inefficient scheduling is since you are a teacher or educator, is kailangan is maplanuhan mo na para maiwasan natin yung mga conflict or pag maubos ang oras sa isang bagay. And then, the second one is missed deadline. So, from the word missed deadline is dapat is nakaplano na tayo kung ano yung dapat ipasa natin, para maiwasan natin yung mga deadline, no? So, dapat habang maaga pa is gagawin na natin yung mga reports, like kung meron tayong mga paperworks, dapat mag-advance na tayo para gawin yan. Yung mga test paper natin is kung may 2 weeks pa na preparasyon, dapat is gagawin na natin yan. Then the third one is lack of planning. Okay, so lahat ng nabanggit natin kanina, kung wala tayong plano is maaaring masira ang ating strategy sa loob ng classroom. Then, the fourth one is itong overloaded staff. Okay, so teacher and administrator might be overwhelmed with too many responsibilities. Okay, so perfect example natin dito is yung mga floating teacher or walang advisory. So, overloaded staff, no? So, ang daming binibigay sa kanilang subject since wala silang advisory. So, kailangan maiwasan natin yon para hindi ma-burn out ang ating mga guro. Kasi since tao lang po yung mga teacher is dapat bigyan lang natin sila ng mga katamtaman na schedule para hindi hindi sila ma-burn out or reduce, hindi sila ma-burn out. Okay, then the last one is itong tinatawag natin na inadequate meeting management. Okay, meetings might be purely organized, running over time, or lacking clear agendas. Okay, so once na para maiwasan natin itong mga challenges ng curriculum is dapat habang maaga pa is pagplanuhan natin kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin sa meeting. Like, for example, kung meron tayong agenda na dapat pag-uusapan natin sa mga parents ng ating mga mag-aaral is kailangan nakaplano na or naka-bullet form na para mas madali maintindihan ng ating mga parents ng ating mga mag-aaral. Okay? So the last one is teaching and learning resources. Teaching and learning resources is there is a limited procurement and supply of this resource in the school. Instructional materials and equipment are all in short supply or maybe not available. Okay, so isa sa mga nagiging problema ng curriculum natin itong teaching and learning resources, no? Kakulangan ng kagamitan. So, magbibigay tayo ng example dito is yung mga private school natin. So, in my own experiences, yung mga private school natin is kulang sila sa library, which is kailangan estudyante pa yung uh, maghahanap ng resource, no? Kasi during my time, no, nagturo ko sa private school is napansin ko doon is wala kaming books. So, yun yung nagiging problem namin doon is wala kaming books na may turo namin sa aming mga estudyante. So, kailangan namin mag-research para mabigyan ng topic or kung ano yung tuturo namin sa aming mga estudyante. And then, para maiwasan yun is, kailangan natin pondohan kung ano yung nararapat sa ating mga guro para mas maganda ang daloy ng ating pagtuturo. Okay, so if you have any clarification question, just comment below. Once again, this is Majid Tata Hadzinur speaking. Goodbye. Thank you.